DJ Ellert here from AudioForSpeaking.com, and today we're going to do a video training with a complete overview of the Roadshow audio system. In fact, I have one here with me now over my shoulder. It's a two-space panel inside of a protective case, and I actually have two of them here with me today. I have one sitting here on the AV cart, which is set up backwards. This is the back side of the panel, so I'm going to set up this one with the front facing this direction so we can see both sides of the panel as we go through it. I'll open them both up. One of the great features of the Roadshow audio system is the custom panel that's on the back right here. And I actually have one here separately. What we did was we painstakingly went through the way the audio needed to be set up perfectly and measured exactly what size and what length and what type of cords were needed in most situations and for the exact equipment that we use inside the Roadshow audio system. This is what the inside of it looks, but I'm going to show you the panel up close on the video so you can see right here. This is the main power in where you connect the power. There's two ports right here. These are combination ports, which are XLR and 1/4 inch combo ports for channel 3 and channel 4. This is the auxiliary in and the auxiliary out, and this is the main audio out, the XLR, and it also has two power ports. One of them is for a laptop and another one is just an extra power out. So that's a close-up view of the custom patch panel. I'll set this off here. We're going to open up the Roadshow audio so you can see what we have set up here. There's two versions of the system right now. There's a 2 microphone version and a 4 microphone version. This one here is the deluxe version. It has 4 separate microphone receivers and the Shure SCM 4-channel mono microphone mixer. Now the first thing we're going to do to set this thing up is very important. I plug in a power strip that is protected. How do you know which one to get? I bought the one that had the most joules. You don't want to spend money on audio equipment just to get it to have it not protected. So it's very important to have something like this. That's the first step in setting up your audio equipment, is being able to plug in something that's going to protect your equipment from any electrical spikes. Once that's plugged in, the next step is heavy-duty cord. I've got a 14-gauge cord here. This is a heavy-duty cord, and I also have heavy-duty ends on the cords. I buy good equipment so that it lasts for a long time. I'm going to go ahead and get us powered up. This is the female end, and I'm plugging it directly into the back of the custom patch panel. And that's cord number 1. Second thing we're going to do is hook the audio, the main audio out of the Roadshow system into the speaker over here. And what we do with that is an XLR cord. This is a very common audio cord. It's a 3-pin XLR cord, and typically on the road what I'll do, in fact I'm going to show you on this extra panel over here, I'm hooking this on the panel to the main out XLR connection right here on the custom patch panel. And when on the road and speaking at hotels, this cord, the other end of this cord, can get plugged directly into the wall at the hotel as long as they have an in-house system. But today, for our demonstration purposes, I've taken the liberty of setting up a speaker for us to use right here. And this is the way that I do it when they don't have in-house systems. I bring my own powered speaker. making sure that all the volumes are turned all the way down before I power up. And one of the things that we've done is we've included a back-to-front antenna system. The antenna ports are inside the box, which aren't accessible with this system. It allows you to hook the antennas up right here in the front, which is nice and clean. Now, the two types of microphones that we're going to work with today, one of them is a body pack microphone with a headset, and the second one that we'll discuss is the handheld microphone. Now, when typically at a speaking engagement, what I like to do is set up the body pack on channel 1 and wear that myself, and then depending on how many speakers there are at the event, if this is a 2-channel one, I'll typically set up the handheld on channel 2, and then if I have any questions or any comments, that's what the handheld microphone is used for. But with a 4-channel, a lot of times there's multiple body packs. For example, channel 1, channel 2, maybe channel 3, and then channel 4 for the handheld microphone. Now, each one of these receivers can be connected through ACT technology to the body pack, and the same holds true for the handheld. Right now, there's a little ACT written on the front of the body pack right here, and there's also 2 buttons on the front of each receiver. The first one says ACT, and the second one says set. The only button we worry about is the ACT button, and if I push the ACT button and hold the body pack right here near the unit, it usually takes just a few seconds. And it will synchronize the body pack to channel number 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it right now. I can see on the face right here that the audio is connected because there's a line going up, and I can tell that it's receiving the signal from the body pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the master up just a little bit, and then channel 1, test, test, test. And as you can see, we're getting audio now out of channel number 1, receiver number 1. Now, if I needed to have another body pack connected over here to the channel number 2, the same process. I'm just going to move this body pack over to channel number 2. I press the ACT button once again, and right now it's already connected to channel number 2. I simply turn up channel number 2 and test, test. We're getting audio now from this body pack to the second one right here. And it's just that simple. So now we're going to do the same thing with the handheld microphone. I'm simply going to press the ACT button on number 2. I'm going to hold it right here near there. It has already synchronized, and test, test, test. Now we've got the handheld microphone on number 2, and I'm going to turn that off and turn back on the body pack microphone, which we have test on channel number 1. I'm just going to leave the headset microphone on and use that for our demonstration purposes. But it's just that simple to synchronize either the body pack or the handheld microphone to any one of the channels that you have, whether it's 2 channels or whether it's 4 channels. The next thing we're going to talk about is hooking externally other equipment into the Roadshow audio system. Now there's a couple of cords that I use. The first cord we're going to talk about, I'll show you both ends on the cord close up. It's a 1/4 inch and an 1/8 inch. Now the 1/8 inch is also known as a 3.5, and what's great about these cords is they're the most common cords. 1/4 inch and XLR are the most common audio cords out there. Now the 1/8 inch plugs directly into several things that I use while I'm on the road. Number 1 is my audio. I use iPod quite a bit, and it has an 1/8 inch port, a 3.5 port, so I can plug this in with the H-Nth directly into my iPod, and I can use the 1/4 inch and plug that directly into the back of the Roadshow audio system into any one of the ports. I can use channel 3, channel 4, and I can also plug that into the auxiliary right here. The second cord that we're going to talk about is a similar cord in that it has an 1/8 inch port on one end, but on the other end it's an XLR cord. So it's a similar cord, and the same thing can be done with that cord. The XLR can be plugged directly into the channel 3 or the channel 4 ports. These are a combination where you can plug in the XLR or the 1/4 inch. What I will typically do is use the 1/8 inch to XLR and plug my laptop in to channel 3, and then I'll use the 1/8 inch to 1/4 inch and plug my iPod for the music into channel 4. And just to give you a demonstration, I'm going to take the cord with the iPod. I'm going to plug that directly into the back of the system here, into channel number 3. I'm going to make sure that channel 3 is turned all the way down, and turn on the iPod. I take it off of pause so that something is playing, and slowly I'm going to turn up channel number 3. And it's just that fast. It's very simple to use, it's a pretty straightforward system, but what's nice is that it's compact, and the MePro is top line equipment. You can build, of course, any kind of audio system using less expensive equipment, but if you're going to be using it professionally and you're going to be on a road, you don't want to use substandard equipment. And I'm just going to turn this down. And I do the same thing with the laptop. I hook up my laptop, I hook the 1/8 inch in the laptop on the audio out, and plug it directly in to channel 4 on the back, and then my laptop audio comes right here and I use it on channel 4. And another one of the great benefits of having your own Roadshow audio system is that you vanish forever the fees that you would pay for rental. Sometimes the rental fees are exorbitant and can cost more than owning your own equipment. You buy the equipment one time and you never pay rental fees again, and I have a lot of friends that were using technical audio techs to come in and paying them lots of money. When you can run your own sound and have everything right here in one box, it's nice and compact but powerful. All you have is the simple receivers, and your mixer is right here. You can totally control your own volume, your own sound for your own event without having to pay anybody and without having to pay the rental fees. And one more thing I wanted to talk about was having a backup system. I've been speaking for years, ever since I was real young, and one thing that's always rang true is people don't understand the audio and don't understand the importance of the quality audio that you would need to do a quality presentation. And time again when I was younger, people would tell me, oh, don't worry, we have an audio system here, we have microphones for you. And I would ask them specifically, well, do you have a headset microphone? I really need a headset because I can't do it with. And then when I would show up, all they would have is a handheld, or they would have some sort of substandard equipment, or equipment that was broken or that they didn't even know how to use. I learned very quickly never to go anywhere without my own audio. If I don't show up with my own Roadshow audio system, I do show up with my backup system. I have another headset here. I also have, it's the same manufacturer, MePro. I have a miniature PA system. This has a built-in receiver for a microphone right here. It also has lines in, 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch line in for, I can run music or my laptop right into here while I'm doing presentations. And although I'm going to turn this one off and turn this one on just so you can hear the audio. Go in here. And test. Testing, test. Even though this is a small unit, it packs a lot of power, and I've used this for up to a couple hundred people in an emergency situation. What's nice about these compact units, I can carry it anywhere as a backup, and it has full battery, but it also has, in the back, a complete power cord. You can charge this thing and use it at the same time. You can plug it directly in. If you're running on battery power, this thing will run for several hours. I've used it for 6.5 hours on battery power alone. But having your own audio and being able to control your own audio is vitally important, especially when you're working on a pro level